Well, there you are. I have it all assembled. I used a very light, very light bit of 3-bond gray, 1184 around the edge to seal it. Very light. Had a little bit squeeze out, but not much. Very light, just very little thin coating because there isn't really anything on there to begin with. I mean, this case is machined, and you probably get away with not even putting anything on it, but I always like to do that just so it doesn't suck air. I don't recommend you don't use anything. I would buy a tube of that. It lasts forever and lasts for a long time. Also, another thing I forgot to tell you is there is a hole right here, and that hole is for when the pump is mounted on the engine, like this. If you get any water coming out of that hole, any antifreeze coming out of that hole, you know your seal has failed, because your seal is right next to the little hole. So that's one sign that your pump has failed. And another thing, I just can't believe it. On the crankcase side, there's a window, and there's a drain plug, and then there's another drain plug up here. Why? What do you got that up there for? I guess there's no way to drain your engine. I guess maybe if you fill your engine up with gas or something like that, you can take and drain it through this, I would guess. I don't know. But I don't know why they have a drain like that for it. They have drains in the cases also. You know, you can unscrew the 3 little screws and drain the cases if you want to that way also. But it's almost like it was designed to fail. Okay, we have this thing together, and you want to make sure it spins, and it has some resistance, which is good, and it tells me that seal is contacting there. When I put this screw on, it has a gasket underneath it, so I put a little ultra gray on either side of the gasket, and when I tightened it down, I noticed that the impeller sunk down because the seal is a spring, has a spring, and that spring causes this ring here to seal up against the other ring, wherever the other ring is, this ring, and makes a positive seal, so that spring's always there, and it's going to cause some friction. So it's going to turn like a water pump does. It feels like a water pump. You know, it just doesn't spin free, but it looks like it'll work pretty good. So I didn't have any problems, and there's no reason why it shouldn't perform just like a new part. We used pure Polaris parts, and nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary, other than there's a chip in this impeller. I think somebody's had it apart prying on it or something. And other than that, I don't think we should have any problems. So I'm going to bag this up and put it aside, and when we get our crank back, we can start doing work on our engine. All these little things that we needed to do will be finished, and it'll go together quick.